It's Fishing Texas, Texas' top-rated outdoor TV program. Brought to you each week by Berkley Trilene, America's #1 selling fishing line. Daiwa, 25 years of quality rods and reels. Berkley Power Baits, revolutionary scent and flavor technology. Collector's Lures, the world's finest blue water lures. All-terrain lures, makers of the AT Jig and the Ring Claw.
Welcome to Fishing Texas. Today Fishing Texas is going to take you down to the lower Texas coast where we're going flounder fishing with Doug Bird. On the second half of the show we've got a real treat in store for you today as we're going up to Lake Fork, the famous Bass Lake, and fishing with country and western star Gary Morris. Great show. Stay where you are. I'm David West, and this is Fishing Texas.
Welcome to Fishing Texas. Today we're going down to South Texas to the beautiful Laguna Madre for some saltwater action for some wintertime flounder. Located just right out of Corpus Christi in Laguna Madre, today we're going to be fishing with Doug Bird, professional fishing guide and a good friend of Doug's, Darrell Ferris.
That may just...
You got them?
Well, I guess I do. It felt like it. Well, I thought I just had grass on there at first. Maybe this is a flounder or something like that, because...
Well, I'll tell you, the big trout have been fighting like that.
It might be a big trout then, because he hadn't...
Or even the good, not even just the big ones, but... You may have a flounder, though. Yep,
yeah,
you got a nice flounder.
It should be a big flounder, because it feels like a flounder the way it's fighting. Here we go.
We'll use the net on that sucker. That's a 20-inch flounder at least.
Mm-hmm. I thought he was fighting like a flounder.
Okay, flounder got to be 12 inches. Keep 20 a day. And this one is, let me measure him. This is a good flounder. 20 inches. What we're doing is fishing a point. And right now, trout and flounder love points. And if you can find a point of a channel, that's where you're going to catch your most flounder. Plus, about a day or 2 days before a front comes in, when it gets real windy out of the southeast, is the best time to catch flounder in the fall. They seem to bite better than right after a front. Trout bite better after a front, especially the big trout, or right during the front. Well, summer flounder, still points are going to work good, but we're working closer to town. And in the summer, the flounder, unless the water is real low, stay in the flats. They don't fish, they don't work to the points too much. Well, I think this is a flounder.
You need the net?
No. Yeah, it is a flounder. Yeah, we better use the net on the flounder. You're not as big as yours, Darrell, but... Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
That was about a 14-incher. Today we're using a 16th-ounce jig head with a shrimp tail. I'm using a red and white, and Darrell's using a avocado with red metal flake. And I like to use the lighter jig heads because it falls slower. It's I don't like to use over an 1/8 ounce. Now, if it's a lot of current and a lot of wind, sometimes you got to use a 1/4 ounce. But in this shallow water, and this is 3 foot, 4 foot deep we're fishing right now in a channel, the lighter jig head really works better because it seems to fall slower and it acts more like a natural bait hurt. We're using a 30-pound test shock leader on a swivel. And I don't use snap swivels, I love just plain swivels. And I have a loop in my line to give the lure more action.
There he is, fish on. Pretty good one.
Yeah.
About like that last one. Not as big as that first one.
There we go. That was the magic word. Can't understand why we haven't caught a flounder.
I'll tell you, they are really hitting light today.
Darrell's got one on.
That's a good one.
Huh?
Pretty decent. I mean, it's not as big as that 20-incher, but it's
What do you got?
another flounder.
Good.
Got the net.
Avocado. Another nice flounder.
Congratulations.
Way to go, there,
Hey, Doug.
Darrell.
See if we can get another one out there.
Today we're fishing with a good friend of mine, a veterinarian in Corpus Christi named Darrell Ferris. And Darrell and I have been fishing, probably 6-7 years together. There's a towel right there, Darrell. He's catching a fish right now, wasn't quite big enough. But we've started off pretty good morning with some flounder.
I've taken care of his hunting dogs, and he's taking care of my fishing for him. And we've had some really, really good trips out on this bay, I'll tell you. We've had good winter trips, fall trips, summer trips, trout, redfish, flounder. We've had deep water fishing, we've had topwater fishing, we've had live bait fishing over the years. I think we've done just about all of it. Seems like every trip we get together there, I just missed a fish while I'm talking. Every time we get together and go on a trip, it turns out well. Of course, I've always said that I love fishing. I like catching, but I love fishing. So anytime I get a chance to go, I go.
Handy little suckers for wintertime fishing. I want to see what the water temperature is. Sometimes it gets too cold and it makes me go to a different spot to fish. For instance, if this water temperature was 55, 50, 55, I'd move to deeper water than what we're fishing right now. The flats over here on the side, when the sun gets up by this afternoon, it may be in the 70s or up to 70 degrees in the flats. Nice fish on.
Too bad I didn't put mine better. We could have had a double.
Well, I don't think this one's, yeah, it looks like a keeper. It's the kind of release I like. I don't have to touch them.
That gummit, he keeps coming back to do it again, and I'll put a dent in your jaw. Aha, I told you I would if you came back and hit it again. Boy, he swallowed that one. Huh. You're not going to lose that one. He's on there permanently. Have to get the hook out for that.
Well, you don't know how pretty that one was, Bill.
That's a beautiful fish, too. There.
There's one.
I don't know which one of us is. Here, I got a.
You got it.
If I got
You got
the
it,
fish? Oh,
yeah.
okay. I thought he would come after your lure.
He did, but you got in my way.
He's a good fish.
It's all your fault, Darrell. I'm tired of this, Darrell. I've told you before, you're never going fishing with me if you keep doing this stuff.
I thought he was after your lure, and I was just trying to reel mine in and get out of the way. Well, thanks for chumming him up so I could hook him.
That's the biggest fish of the day right there.
I mean, he took a swipe at yours, and I thought he had yours, and I would just reel mine in real fast to get out of the way. And then when I felt that thump, I thought, oh, I must have your line caught.
He had both lures in his mouth at one time. I got him.
Got him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on to him. Show him off.
What happened there?
Well, Doug was reeling his lure in, and he was just about to pull his lure out of the water, and I saw this fish take a swipe at it, and I thought it hit his lure, and my lure was only about 2 feet behind him, so I reeled mine in really quickly to get it out of the way, and I felt mine get thumped. I thought I just hooked his line. I didn't know he had my lure. I thought he had Doug's lure. Anyhow, I just thank Doug for dredging him up for me so I could hook him.
Is that a fish under it? You got a good one, don't you, Darrell?
Yeah, maybe it's a little redfish.
Huh?
Might be a little redfish. If it's a trout, it's a better trout than...
Yeah, it's a trout.
That's like that last one. It's a pretty good one.
Oh, these are nice trout.
Sure.
Damn, that's where I lose my strength, right in my
Right
wrist.
there, your grip.
I can't hold on to nothing now.
Yeah, that's a dandy there.
Hold still, fella.
Some dinger.
How big do you think he is, Doug?
I'd say he's 3.5.
Nice fish.
We'll measure him here in a second, and
Slack there.
it's 21.5. It don't get any better than fish in Texas.
This is what it's all about.
You got it.
To go unnoticed. Did you ever know that you're my hero? And everything I'd like to be. I can fly higher than an eagle. You are the wind beneath my wings. Might have appeared to go unnoticed.
Fishing Texas, brought to you each week by Berkeley Trilene, America's #1 fishing line. Daiwa, 25 years of quality rods and reels. Berkeley Power Bait, scent and flavor technology. Collector Lures, the world's finest blue water lures. All-terrain lures, makers of the new ring crawl. Sure Life Laboratories, makers of Please Release Me.